Coming up on 5 o'clock. Hope you had a good weekend. Kind of wet, kind of chilly. We did make it up to 50 today, though, out in at PDX. Not that that's something to brag about. Normal daytime high continues to be 58 degrees. And any day this time of the year, as you likely realize, where you struggle to get out of the 40s, is really chilly, okay? This is a great shot from Domain Serene Winery out in the Dundee Hills. I grabbed this a couple hours ago. You can see the mix of the blue skies, and then behind the winery, see the billowing cumulus clouds building. Notice how there's, so if I say knuckling, it's like this. See how there's like some knuckling right there? That's formation of these vertical towers of the cumulus building. But then eventually everything just gets kind of wispy and sheared off, so the storms aren't strong enough to keep fully developing skyward, if you will. Every time I looked today, I did not see any lightning detected. So if you heard any rumbles of thunder today, it was likely cloud-to-cloud lightning. The detection networks only detect lightning that comes from the cloud down to the ground. We did have some hail, including my house up here in Clark County, due to the low freezing levels. Of course, it doesn't take the water droplets. They don't have to get bounced very high up in the cumulus cloud to turn into little ice chunks and fall to the ground, what we would call hail. Anyway, here's a look at the mountain today. Beautiful shot. I mean, I tell you what, the mountains will have plenty of snow to go all the way into probably the month of June. Now, they will close up shop before that simply because the crowds start to fizzle out. But, you know, Memorial Day campground sites at upper elevations with this colder weather pattern expected to continue, it's a good bet some of those campgrounds will still have snow on the ground. There's a timberline this afternoon. It did warm up enough at pass level for ODOT to get the highways in pretty good shape. This was 29 degrees this afternoon at 3:54. Highway 26 looking great. You can see really good snow on the ground at Timberline, at Government Camp as well. So the snowpack is continuing to set about 90% of normal, really healthy for this time of the year. You can always use more, right? But for right now, it's really healthy up there. Okay, this is interesting. This is a satellite picture. See the low that I'm highlighting, and see the multiple contour lines encircling the low. So this is a deepening low. It pretty much meets the standard of being called a bomb cyclone because it's going to continue to deepen as it stays offshore, drops down to the south, and then eventually works its way into California. So this low for us will throw some clouds our way. It looks like tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night into Tuesday, throw some rain our way, and maybe some east wind, depending on how close it gets to shore or stays out to sea. But I just checked. They already have winter storm warnings in place for Monday, late day through Tuesday for Northern California. There are wind advisories in place down into Central California. So it's going to be another pretty good storm for them. A couple things to show you. Here comes the first one. So I'll be watching for the potential of some decent east winds tomorrow night into Tuesday. Again, the low might stay far enough out to sea that we don't really get much. But this is a weather model that shows you winds. So see the red bands? This is tomorrow night at 11 p.m. That's 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts nearing the shoreline of Northern California and Southern Oregon as that low drops to the south and eventually moves inland to our neighboring state. Here's 38-mile-per-hour winds where you see the green. That's 30-mile-per-hour gust over the Cascades. Only showing the blue colors are gusting only in the 20s, so less than 30 miles per hour. And in the valley, those numbers in the gray area are generally gusting 9, 10, 11. So just note that east winds is something we'll be watching for tomorrow night and Tuesday. But the latest weather models have kept the low out far enough from us that they've really backed off on the wind potential. But something that we're looking. I mean, it would never be enough to really cause any problems. It's something that would be noticeable. So we get some rain from that Tuesday. Right now, it looks like forecast models are putting out less than a quarter of an inch of rain for the Willamette Valley on average. That would be Monday night through Tuesday. So some decent rain, but not really a whole lot. If we're going to get a big soak this coming week, it sets up Friday night through Saturday night, and especially Friday overnight. This map got a little distorted when I tried to blow it up, but this shows in red 1-inch rain amounts for Friday night through Saturday night for the Oregon coast. and it shows potential of 3/4 to an inch of rain up and down the Cascades in terms of liquid precipitation. Now, the snow level, keep going back to my notes, the snow level Friday is going to be right around 3,000 feet. So that would be good snow. Certainly over a foot would be falling Friday night through the day Saturday up in the Cascades again. And then where you see the blue amounts, that's lesser amounts, but that's like a half of an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain being projected for the Portland and Salem and Vancouver areas, again, Friday night through Saturday night. But that's the period that will be the biggest soak that we will get this upcoming week. Okay, the other thing I'm watching, we're getting into the final week of March, right? April starts on Saturday, April 1st. So I showed you these outlooks a week ago, and these are fresh ones, but they keep saying the same thing. This colder than normal weather pattern likely to continue. So this is not this week. It actually starts on Friday, March 31 through April 4th. And with that dark blue color this close, time-wise, I would say we're back in the 100% confidence zone of well below normal temperatures again, the back half of this week into next week. And all of the West continues to be cold. So no change is what we've been seeing the last several days. With the cold, it also gives us high confidence of above normal precipitation patterns. Now, what this tells me, and I've talked a lot about this, we've had a high number of days with measurable precip this winter season. Now we're in the spring. But we have not had a large number of days where we just really got hefty soaking amounts. So more than anything, this tells me, us being in the above normal precip category, to expect active weather patterns. Now, we may or may not get big soaks that put us above normal, but certainly active and really off the chart confidence that we'll continue to be cold. Let me show you one more outlook. So this one goes on the backside of that, April 2nd, which would be Sunday, and then all the way through April 8th. Now, still, all of the West is in blue. All of the West is still continuing to be below normal. Confidence shrinks a little bit, but still, this is pretty high. And it's something I've been talking about, the fact that I don't see any changes in our temperature pattern being below normal overall through at least mid-April, and that's still looking to be the case. I've got one map I want to show you. This is fresh off the European model. This is April 8th, okay? April 8th. The solid blue is the 540 contour, so the polar jet is south of that into Central California. The main jet stream is all the way down near the Mexico border. So that's really a deep, cold trough being carved out, and there's the upper level low giving us some probably decent precip. But here we are April 8th, and if you look at how cold this upper trough sets up, it tells you that this could be another day where temperatures struggle to hit 50 and may not do it. So the longer we go into April with these weather patterns, all of a sudden knock temperatures down where we may or may not hit 50, that increasingly becomes in record territory for how cold it can be this time of the year. So yeah, that was another one. All right, forecast numbers. We had a little bit of snow over the weekend. We didn't have any gigantic snow totals, but today it was mostly just some light stuff up there. I think a couple inches they picked up. Tomorrow it's dry in the morning. There may or may not be flurries in the afternoon. Not really looking for any measurable precip Monday. So passes should be in pretty decent shape overall. It'll be mainly dry up there overnight tonight, 34 tomorrow afternoon. Tuesday, though, now this is a snowy day most of the day. Passes expected to get a little dicey, 3 to 5 inches. I still expect dry weather on Wednesday and Thursday. And then here's Friday, 4 to 6. With what could easily be 8 inches falling Friday overnight alone, and then you tack on more snow into Saturday. So that's that heavy precip maker of this coming week, Friday and the Saturday. So that's going to be maybe 12 to 20 inches of snow from Friday through Saturday night. We'll keep an eye on that. Snow levels the back half of the upcoming weekend get really low again. All right, so here we go. The showers we're getting right now will be ending overnight tonight. We wake up Monday morning, it's dry, and I think probably partly cloudy. Forecasting 34 in Portland, and I think there will be some frosty spots around. Clouds increase during the day. We may or may not see some showers before the sun goes down. There will be increasing shots of rain or waves of rain coming in Monday overnight into Tuesday. And I think at some point we'll at least get some noticeable breezy east winds. That's what I talked about earlier, 44 to 54. Wednesday and Thursday still show up to be dry. I've lowered Thursday a bit, but I still think both these days with sun, have a chance to get up to 60. And then the rain develops Friday, the big soak Friday night into Saturday. And look at these temps. Saturday, 42 to 52. Sunday, 38 to 50. Maybe I'm going to have to lower Saturday to 48. Maybe I'll have to lower Sunday into the 40s again. That's really chilly stuff. And by the way, before I let you go, snow levels for that weekend. Saturday snow level during the day would be back down to 1,500 feet. And then Sunday during the day would be 1,500 feet or maybe even closer to 1,000 or 1,200 feet. Crazy cold. Hope you had a good weekend. Have a good Monday. Thanks for using my YouTube channel. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Tell your friends about it. Really helps me out. My weather site I use is portlandweather.com, and I'll talk to you soon.